ChatGPT has finally introduced apps inside of ChatGPT. They're available today, and they also gave developers access to start building apps for ChatGPT. And I think this is actually a huge deal. If you're old enough and you had the very first iPhone, it was not super useful. They had some apps, but they were created by Apple. They didn't have third-party apps. What really made iPhone take off is when they introduced the App Store, where all kinds of companies could create and upload apps to the App Store, get approved, and appear on your iPhone. And I think this is going to do the same thing for ChatGPT. Okay, first, I'll put a link in the description to this page. You could read more, but I'm going to show you pretty much everything this page does mention. But I want to jump into ChatGPT to show you the apps. As of right now, apps are available to the free, Plus, and Pro accounts, but they're not available in the business or ED or enterprise plan. At least not yet. They're rolling out later this year. Okay, now inside of ChatGPT, all you have to do to use the app is you have to type in the app's name in your chat. So you don't actually press the plus sign to bring it up. You just type in, for example, Spotify, and that's the very first app they have available. And this is what ends up happening when you do call it. You don't have to click on it. You just type in Spotify, and then you type in a text prompt after that, and then the app goes to work. So I'll type, make a relaxing work playlist for 2 hours. So this is the first time I'm actually calling Spotify. So when you do connect it, it's going to give you a pop-up like this, and it's going to ask you to connect it to your actual Spotify account. So I'm going to press connect here. It says ChatGPT always respects your training data preference. So that's what you set in the settings. So if you have it to not train ChatGPT, it will not train it with this data as well. And then it'll bring you to your regular Spotify here to log into your actual account. Now, once it does get connected, you'll see the little pop-up here right on top. And this is now inside of my ChatGPT. The Spotify app is trying to create this playlist. Right here, it says Spotify put together great options for a 2-hour relaxing work session. And this is a back and forth conversation here. So I could either press the plus sign right up here. That's one way to interact with an app. And I could always just use normal language here, like a follow-up chat like this, and send it out. And I'm still going to interact with Spotify. And you can see Spotify is going to show up here. If I decide to end that, I could always press X over here to remove it. Now, in order to play it, I do have to click this to open Spotify. So it won't play inside of ChatGPT. But now I'm inside of Spotify, and I could press play, and it'll start playing just like any other playlist inside of Spotify. Okay, the next app I want to show you is called Canva. So Canva is the platform that could create all kinds of graphics. I'm sure you used it before. And I wrote, turn this script into 5 slides. So this is the nice thing about apps. You could actually use other tools like uploading a file with the app. So I'm going to upload a script I have, and I'm going to send this out. Now I'm going to go through the sign up process again. And this only asks you one time. The very first time you call an app, it's going to ask you to log into it. Okay, it looks like it's created 5 different examples for me. So let me click on one. So it's created the 5 slides I asked for based on my transcript. I mean, that is hugely helpful. And you could press open in Canva right on top. And you could make any final edits inside of Canva. Let me actually see if you could do a change here right inside of ChatGPT. Okay, I asked it to make a change, and I actually pressed X to go back to this page. So I said change the intro title to say hello to Google Gemini. And if I open this in Canva, it actually made that change for me. That is awesome. So they do talk back and forth between Canva and ChatGPT. Okay, the next one on my list is Zillow, and I'm gonna say, find me a home for $500K in Chicago. And just like that, we got ourselves an interactive map here. It found us all the homes here in Chicago. Got a slide bar down here. And I could ask for a follow-up. I'm gonna say remove all under 400K. So we have a 400 to 500K range, and it followed my instructions exactly right too. So let me click on one of these listings to see what happens. And it still opened it up right inside of ChatGPT. That's great. So all this information is right in ChatGPT. I don't even have to go to Zillow. Yeah, I could look at all the pictures here. That is great. Now, by the way, after you do connect apps, if you press the plus sign, they do appear here under the more section. So I could bring any of them up this way and remove them this way. Let me move to a couple other travel-based ones. So you have booking.com. That is one option you could use for travel. And the other option you have is Expedia. And you could use both of those to find hotels and things like that. Find me a hotel in San Francisco for this weekend under $500 a night. And I'm not going to give it any more detail. I'm curious if it's going to ask me for follow-up information, like how many people or any other information. Let's see what it gives us right now. I'll connect to Expedia. And it pulled multiple different hotels for me. And right here, it says it made some assumption, assuming 2 adults. And it's asking me questions to narrow things down, like if I want a minimum rating, for example. So this is super useful because I kept my prompt vague on purpose, but it's telling me what other things I should think about. So let me do a quick update. And he updated it exactly right here. And I could scroll through all these options. And he gave me another suggestion, another pop-up suggestion, need dinner reservation. Let me go ahead and try that. And this is pulling the AI agent that could actually browse the web. Now I'm in my pro account. That's why he's pulling the AI agent. But that's really interesting. This is going to go use the computer here, the virtual computer ChatGPT has, to go find me dinner reservations. That's an interesting combination here. But it looks like he actually brought us back to Illinois. So the connection did not know that I was looking for a hotel in San Francisco. But interesting option for sure. Now, Coursera is also another app they just launched. So you could find different video lessons here. There are some free video lessons on that platform. So that's going to be able to pull in something about machine learning. And they are playable right inside of ChatGPT. And they also have one for Figma. And they actually give a really good example. Someone had a napkin drawing and it says, can you convert this into a diagram? And then Figma was able to create this nice diagram here. So if you do use Figma, that is one of the 7 apps that are available right now. Now, they're working on a ton of other app integrations too, and it's available for developers to start submitting apps later this year. But right now, we have DoorDash coming up, Khan Academy, Target, OpenTable. So a lot of different useful apps. Uber, that's going to be really interesting to see Uber and DoorDash inside of ChatGPT. Couple of the apps I use all the time. And if you want to see how it works for developers, the app SDK is available in preview mode, and you could connect this to all kinds of different external tools and data if you want to build your own app. And they also have this really interesting sentence here. We'll also share details on monetization soon, including support for a new agentic commerce protocol where you could do instant checkouts inside of ChatGPT. So we'll see where that goes. Now, I think this is going to take ChatGPT to a whole new level, especially when it starts working well with the agent that they have built in that has computer use. And we'll see what new apps get rolled out into this. And they also released agents. So now you could build agents in their developer platform. And I'm working on a really deep dive video on that I'll be posting very soon. Thanks for watching this one. I'll see you next time.